coached by Brian Crabtree. In the 1 and 6 spot is Scott Justice. 2 and 7, Mika Emerson. Number 3 and 8 spot is Ted Pritz. 4th and 9th, Jeff Hartsfield, and their anchor at 5 and 10 is Travis Brown. For the Wichita State Shockers, they are coached by Gordon Vatican. Their captain in the 1 and 6 spot, Brent Partman. 2 and 7, Brian Algren. Number 3 and 8 will be shot by Jason Lauer. The All-American in the 4 and 9, Steve Klompkin. And the anchor in the 5 and 10 spot is Josh Hale. In the men's semifinals, West Texas A&M continued to surprise, denying the Cornhuskers of Nebraska a second straight trip to the IBC Finals with a 430-370 win. The Buffaloes look to take home their first national championship against two-time defending champion Wichita State. And we're back to the 1995 men's championship right now in Intercollegiate Bowling. It'll be Wichita State, number 2 in the USA in the latest national rankings, taking on West Texas A&M, the Buffaloes. So West Texas A&M coming in here number 6. A bit of a Cinderella story, but they're really bowling well at this moment.
Absolutely. They had to be the surprise of the tournament. In the women's field, 1, 2, and 3 really weren't much of a surprise making the finals. West Texas, a big surprise. They are the only team here that has not won a national championship. They got their hands full of.
That, of course, is Kerm Helmer. I am Mark Nagy, and those are the trophies that they will be competing for, trophies and the medals. And Wichita State will have the first ball of the match. And that's a strike for Wichita State to start off. West Texas A&M. Come on, Pesky 8 stays up. Second shot for Wichita State. This time the 10-pin stays up. Doesn't get the help it needs in lane 16.
West Texas converts the spare in the first frame. Wichita starting over the strike and leaving a 10-pin. Wichita State tries to answer. And they do. So both teams right now start off. They're both starting off. Actually, Wichita State had a strike and a spare. West Texas A&M now in their second frame. This is not going to be an easy spare to pick up. We've seen this combination a few times in the women's final and semifinal, and both also in the men's semifinal. Yeah, and the ball stays like they get a little bit wide. It doesn't quite make it back. We saw this 3 times in this, plus we saw the bucket before.
That time the 8-pin stays up, and you can see
Wichita has made 3 great shots. He didn't carry the 10-pin, only the 8-pin.
Not an easy combination. Knocks it home.
We talked about the mental aspect before. Wichita always bowls with an awful lot of confidence. What West Texas is going to have to do is bowl with the same type of confidence. They cannot be intimidated by a team that's a defending national champion. They can't get too excited about this being their opportunity to win a national championship. They're just going to have to really bowl like they did in the semifinal.
Third shot for West Texas A&M. Still trying to get in this match. 7-pin won't go down. A lot of traffic there, but nothing knocks it home. We talked a little bit about teamwork in this match. I talked about that also in the break-in. These teams, each player tries to get each other up for it after every shot.
Absolutely.
Fourth shot for the Shockers. Got some help. 8 pin goes down.
It's really surprising that Steve Clampton, who is the BWA Collegiate Player of the Year, and he's also a member of Team USA, Coach Gordon Vatican does not have him in the anchor spot. That really comes as a surprise that he hasn't had Steve down there. I know Steve had a little problem with his wrist yesterday. That could be a possibility, or he might just feel that he doesn't have as good a shot.
Fifth shot for the Shockers. Looking to double up. Looking for some help. Doesn't get it on the 8, but they'll take that.
Yeah, see, he really caught a break there. That could have been a wide open split, which would have been a real first error in the match for either team.
And 10 pin won't go down. We've seen that 10 pin, a solid 10 throughout this match.
Yeah, it's almost like it's been anchored there all day long.
That time they pick up the spare.
West Texas A&M does the same.
Wichita is clean through the first 5, and West Texas clean through the first 4.
Sixth shot for the Shockers.
Brent Bartman, 27-year-old senior from Las Vegas. He's a member of this championship team last year, and Wichita State as a whole looking to three-peat.
That would be the first time the men's team has won 3 consecutive.
Big shot for the Buffaloes.
Here's Brian Algren. Really an experienced team here from Wichita State.
Algren, 25 years old, also a senior. You look at this team. Brent Bartman in the 1 and 6 spot, senior. Brent Algren, senior. Jason Lauer, senior. Steve Colvin, senior. Josh Hale, senior. You can see why Wichita State is in this position.
Yeah,
West Texas A&M younger.
And they've been here before, too. 1993 and 1994.
Wichita State working on 2 strikes in a row. Looking for a turkey here, Jason Lauer.
And we'll get the help. That was a solid shot, though.
West Texas A&M for the spare.
They do.
West Texas has 95 in the 5th with a spare up in the 6th, and Wichita 99 in the 5th, but they caught the double in the 6th and 7th. But they caught the triple in the 8th. They could have really put some pressure on West Texas. West Texas has stayed clean.
Lauer knocks it home.
Buffalo's trying to get back in this match.
And that helps.
That's a great shot right there. That gives West Texas 115 in the 6th. Wichita with 128 in the 6th.
Steve Klumpkin.
Member of the national team. And you can see the experience right there. He's on Team USA, and that's a solid strike, looking for his 3rd championship in a row.
Again, West Texas can really feel fortunate that Wichita did not catch the strike in the 8th frame. right here, they can double. West Texas can get the double in the 7th and the 8th.
Leaves the 10, and how many times have we seen that in this match? And today.
If you look at West Texas score sheet, they have 9 spare in the 1st, 9 spare in the 3rd and 4th, 9 spare in the 6th.
Josh Hale, the anchor.
Seven pin stays up that time. Almost had some help. Anxious moments after you've walked away from the lane thinking you don't have a shot at it. You hear the crowd behind you.
Wichita can go out at 2:08 and finish the first game. Strike up in the 9th, 9 spare here. A fill ball would give them 2:08.
Josh Hale bowled a 9-17 series.
Bring him one. There's really the first error of the game right there, and that puts West Texas right in the thick of it there. Wichita close to 196.
So he picks up 8.
West Texas is just in their 9th frame. Should he get the spare here, they can go out to 203, which would give them a 7-pin lead. But one thing is absolutely for sure, it's going to be decided in the second game.
Josh Hale missing the 7-pin has really opened the door here for the Buffaloes.
Coaches are always talking about the importance of spare shooting, especially in the Baker format. And it definitely showed up in the women's final. And here, a single pin miss could be the difference between winning and losing the national championship.
The 10-pin kicks out. Travis Brown, a huge shot.
He performed great in the semifinals, and here in the finals, in the 5th frame, he got the strike for West Texas, and now he gets the 1st and the 10th. Just with a fill here, he'll shoot 193 and only trail by 3 pins. Should he go all the way out the door, they'll take a 7-pin lead into the final game.
Travis Brown. Big ball, 2nd time in a row. 10-pin kicks out. And West Texas A&M, they came from out of nowhere seemingly in this tournament. Ranked number 6 in the USA.
They were the 3rd qualifying team. Upset Nebraska in the semifinals, and right now they have a chance to take the lead going into the 2nd game of this 2-game championship match.
And Wichita had a double in the 6th and 7th, but then they had that costly miss in the 10th. West Texas did not have a double until they get to the 10th frame, but he's been really a really solid player for him today.
Brown looking to run the table. And he picks up 8. Travis Brown does his job as the anchor, picking up 28 of the 30 possible pins, and West Texas A&M takes the lead 201 to 196. We'll be back with the conclusion of this exciting National League Championship match in a sec.
In the first frame, we put the pressure right back on Wichita. Here we saw West Texas have the pressure put on Wichita. Wichita's, again, it's only 5 pins, but they step right up and throw that first one to let West Texas know they're going to be around.
Wichita State, Brent Bartman, senior, 5 seniors bowling today for them in their championship match. He opened up with a strike.
If you notice, Wichita State's team talking it over. See if there is a difference between 15 and 16. If they got to make an adjustment, they got together and talked it over.
Scott Justice knocks home the spare. And we had talked before about Wichita State, and they are going for a chance to three-peat here. This really is an experienced team. They've been here before. They know what they have to do.
Absolutely. And again, they talked over the possible difference. They tried to get a read off the leadoff bowler, had him come back and tell him what he felt he saw out there as far as any difference between.
Big strike from Brian Algren. Now you're talking about that. How did lane conditions change throughout the course of the day, throughout the course of the match, and does the fact that this championship match is on TV have any effect on that?
Well, the lights would have some effect on it, but the oil's going to carry down a little bit during the course of the semifinals. And what West Texas might have seen in the men's semifinal could have changed a little bit because the women's final was held first, plus the lights ran a little bit longer, plus you had the practice session, so there could have been a little bit of change. It didn't appear to affect them in the first game.
Wichita State going for the turkey. And they do. Jason Lauer. That's exactly how Coach Vatican wanted them to start off the second game.
Oh, absolutely. Put the pressure right on.
Ted Pritz.
Big time strike.
Oh, yeah, they keep answering the call. Right now, Gordon's got the man coming up for him. He wants to with Klompkin, because with all the experience he has, he's just going to go up there and deliver the ball. And Gordon knows if he gets this one here.
Big shot. And you can see the intensity. See Klompkin's face. He's been here before. He knows what he has to do, and he knocked that one stiff. 4 strikes in a row. And we saw Nebraska do this in the women's side.
They put the pressure on right off the bat. And then, as we saw, Wichita missed a couple of his spares.
What
a break. He was looking at the 4-9, broke it up. And that would have been disastrous for him right there. He left the 4-9. Not only on the score sheet, but mentally.
The mental aspect is really a huge part of this sport, isn't it, Kerm?
It's, you're working with the kids today, I think it's 75%, basically. And that's where they grow the most. A lot of them have physical skills.
5 strikes in a row for Wichita State in this second game. The Shockers are on fire. That one by the anchor, Josh Hale.
So far in the second game, there's only been 1 non-strike out of the 9 balls that have been thrown. It's the first one for West Texas. Travis Brown.
He's been some kind of player in the semifinals and finals. I didn't get much of a chance to watch him during the Baker format in the qualifying, but if he performed anything like he's performing right now, it's no secret why the West Texas is in.
This is just muscle on muscle right here at this point. Brent Bartman, 6 strikes in a row for Wichita State. These teams are going for it.
And West Texas A&M is going to try and answer again. It's like a heavyweight fight.
And this could open the door for Wichita State.
And oddly enough, the only non-strike has been thrown by the same player in the first frame. He came up light, and he comes up light again on his second go-around.
big shot from West Texas A&M.
Yeah, right there. Could be a backbreaker right there.
And the Shockers faithful can feel it right here at this moment. Brian Algren, shot number 7 for the 7th strike in a row for the Shockers.
Solid 10.
She was getting ready to lure that ball. The highest game ever shot in the finals was Erie Community College, shot .299 in the finals, leaving a 10-pin against Wichita State in 1988. It would have been ironic if Wichita would have come out. They
need it. They get it. West Texas A&M hanging in there, but they're going to need a really big-time run for the rest of this if they hope to come away with this. They have a 5-pin lead right now, and that's very shaky. A 5-pin lead after going into the second game. Wichita State's been on fire. Jason Lauer, or rather, forget about that. Brian Algren had to finish up the spare. He does.
Wichita has taken a 30-pin lead after 6 frames. They were down 5 going in. They're leading this game by 35, so they've taken control. Of course, when you open up with the first 6 strikes, it has a way of doing wonders.
Jason Lauer. The adrenaline's pumping for Wichita State.
West Texas already working on a strike. They need to double up here.
They're staying in it.
West Texas has a possible 254 game. Somebody told me we'll give you 254 and a 5-pin lead before you go into the final game. Would you take it? Get there on the fringe of not winning the national championship.
Team USA Steve Klompkin. That's what they expect from him. Big shot. 8 out of 9 frames. Strikes for Wichita State. They're on the brink of a three-peat. West Texas A&M tries to answer. They do. It's all to the wall at this point.
Wichita State has a possible 279 game. Situation here is a 10th frame. Wichita basically needs a count mark to shut out West Texas. As we saw in the first game, he left the 7-pin, he missed it, he opened the door.
Josh Hale.
Big strike. Big time strike for Josh Hale. 22-year-old senior out of Billings, Montana. 1995 qualifying average leader. A 9-17 series in this tournament. And Travis Brown has been a solid anchor for West Texas A&M. They need him to strike out here. You see the differences in approach with Travis Brown and with Josh Hale. Josh Hale much more emotional, getting himself pumped up, and Travis Brown almost stone-faced at that point.
Travis knew he absolutely had to have it. If he doesn't get the full count, there is absolutely no chance. The thing they can hope for here is what we saw earlier in the game, where the ball fell off the handle, where it would really have to be a low count.
That's another one for Josh Hale.
That locks the championship up for Wichita. They're going to three-peat. And again, it's hard to believe West Texas is going to shoot a possible 254 game.
You look at that open frame in frame number 6. That's really what caught us with Texas A&M. Wichita
279 for Wichita to 254 for West Texas.
An amazing performance by the Shockers here today. Josh Hale looking to strike out and his career.
And they do. There you see Wichita State, the Shockers, your 1995 Inter-Collegiate Bowling Championships. They have three-peated.
And 1 10-pin away from a perfect